Oh yeah, y'all already know what time it is. Overreaction live as we preview the last installment of this Big 12 version of the Red River Rivalry. I am the governor of college football, also known as Lever KT, and with me today is the one and only. I know he called Nino Mr. Get It Done, but he's Mr. Get it take right. Nino, what's happening, man?
I'm good. This is gonna be a good one. I know my partner in crime, boom, it's not gonna be too happy with me, but I don't steer away from what I say. I'm not that dude that takes, makes a take and then walks back from it. I'll ride it to the end. If I gotta sit there and burn in the ashes, I'll burn in the ashes. But you all know where I've been at with Texas, so let's get it.
You've been consistent with it, and I have to say your college football playoff predictions is looking pretty damn solid. I know everybody says LSU that they're out of the talks. I don't want to say that. I just don't want to say that because you never know in this game. From what I've seen so far this year, no, they're not a top 14, probably not even a top 8 team, but they can always turn it around. But enough about LSU. Let's get into this Red River Rivalry. Saturday will mark the end of the Red River Rivalry as we know it. This is the last time we will see it under the Big 12, and we are expecting fireworks. These two teams are dominating opponents, Nino. As Oklahoma has been defeating teams by an average score of 47-11. That is crazy. And third nationally in total offense and 31st in total defense as we start to see the Brent Venables imprint in Norman. Texas Longhorns, they've been impressive as well. This season, they are defeating teams by an average score of 36-13, rating 16th nationally in total offense, 17 in total defense. Texas, something has to give. Coming into the season, you were extremely high on Texas. Got to give you your flowers. You've been 100% correct with them so far. You had them in your college football playoff. And there's people like myself. I see the results. I'm still not believing. Nino, what have you seen from this Longhorn team so far this season?
I see what I saw last year, but with more experience. Before the injury, and I called the game against Bama then, and I got, you know, made fun of when they lost because they lost Quinn. But before that injury, they were grooving. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but it's a fact. Uh, I see a team right now that's running on all cylinders. And I'm not talking about no Honda Civic running on all cylinders. I'm talking about a smooth Maserati Levante Medina. All right. I'm
Hey,
talking about a balanced attack through the air, on the ground. Don't matter. They've been successful and dominant at all phases of the game. Alabama. Texas won this game last season, right? If I remember correctly,
dominant.
49 nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas was still trying to find an identity. And I get it, people. Boomer, I understand. You're yapping at me. I can hear you through the screen. I can hear you. There was no Dylan Gabriel. Cool, that's great. But to tell me a guy that accounts for 49 points, I'll wait. And Texas is so far from where they were then. The Longhorns are about to put the whole damn college football world on notice.
I like it. I got a quick rapid fire for you. Nino, what's been more impressive this season? Texas' ability to run the ball. They lost Bijan Robinson, but you called this early on, like, yo, Jonathan Brooks is going to be able to run the ball. Baxter's going to be able to run the ball. Jadon Blue's going to be able to run the ball. You said this early on. So what's been more impressive? And both of them have been impressive. Let's be clear. But in your opinion, which one has been more impressive? Texas' ability to play defense or their ability to run the ball?
Texas' ability to play defense, to me, like I had a feeling that they were going to do it. Running back by committee to start off, and whoever was the hot hand. I didn't expect Brooks to just dominate like he has been. 6 yards per carry, he's third in the nation in total yards from scrimmage. Like, I mean, the kid's just killing it. But you're talking about a defense that's allowing 10.8 points per game. Come on. They're just shutting teams down. When was the last time Texas was in that realm? Right? It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time. Yes.
And they're doing it with a freshman at linebacker and Anthony Hill Jr., a true freshman. Okay. And we already know about the guys up front. Those guys are all dogs. But the fact that a true freshman is leading that linebacker room and a transfer from Arkansas is dominating in the secondary, that where Arkansas could never keep this gentleman healthy, but yet he's now a key figure in that defense. I think the pieces to the puzzle are finally fitting together. They might be a little loose right now, but after this game, they're about to lock it in.
Yeah, I think you nailed it, especially playing in a Big 12, a conference known for putting up points. Phenomenal. The Sooners so far this season have stayed hungry and humble, and this season, with their success rate of 53% offensively, immaculate. 34% defensively, even more immaculate. And Dylan Gabriel is quietly, outside of our fans in Norman, putting up a Heisman-like season. Nino, what have you seen from the Oklahoma Sooners so far this season?
I'm not gonna lie, the Sooners are real, and they actually aren't getting enough credit, to be honest. I think third in the country in points per game, 47.4, fifth in the country in points allowed. That's impressive, right? 350 plus yards passing per game. Gabriel's balling. Like, never mind the 1,600 yards. It's the 15-2 touchdown interception ratio. That's stupid. All right, and 75% completion is best in his collegiate career ever. The kid's on it. Okay. My question with that offense, Farouk's doing his best Marvin Mims impression. I think he's at like 19 yards per catch, which is what Marvin Mims was. I think he was like 21. He led the country last year. But the run game, who's the guy, right? Like, is it Bonds? Is it Mayer? Is it Walker? Is Sawchuk ever going to get on the field? Like, nobody's really been dominant. They do enough in the run game. I think in this game, if you want to win this game, as soon as they're going to have to be like well balanced. It can't just be the Dylan Gabriel show, because there's too many downhill, fast gentlemen on the Longhorn side of the ball that could make it be a long day for Dylan Gabriel. And we all know about that injury factor with that gentleman. He just seems to not be able to stay healthy. But they're clicking on all cylinders. They're one of the best teams in the country. I think they put up they're one of only two teams outside of Syracuse to lead the country in both points scored on offense and on defense.
Yep.
They're clicking. Stutzman, he's a dude. I mean, he's playing on Sundays for sure. Linebacker 1, linebacker 2, I don't know at this point, but he's somewhere around like 60 tackles on the year. He just gets it done. He leads that defense for sure.
Yeah, he's doing everything defensively. Like you said, 2 sacks, you got a pass deflection, an interception, a touchdown,
12. I think he's got like 12 or 15 pressures on the year too. So like he's just everywhere.
Yeah, he's a dog. But that says a lot really about this team. And to really answer your question as far as the running game, it might have to be Dylan Gabriel.
I don't know if they can win that way.
That's a good point, especially with the speed that Texas got defensively. You see what they did to Jalen Milroe.
And if for some reason they're able to eliminate Farouk, who's going to be the other gentleman in this game that's going to step up, right? Like, I need to see someone else come out. I know Stoops, he's been a dude, possession guy, playing the slot, but is it going to be Andrell Anthony? Is it going to be Nick Anderson? Like, who's going to fill in this role? Because, I mean, a lot of these guys got big numbers. I know Anderson's averaging almost 30 yards per catch.
Yeah, he seems to be the big play guy.
And he's got, the 5 tutties. So it's like, but how will they play? But the defense has been playing outstanding, and they've been putting so much pressure up front. It's just, I don't know. I think this is going to be the game where Dylan Gabriel is going to see the most pressure. Dylan Gabriel is going to have to utilize them legs in a lot of these rollouts. And that secondary, though, Texas isn't what it's normally been. They've been playing pretty good ball, keeping everything in front of them, and been able to put guys in the box and in the slot that can cause pressure off the end. So it's a little different this year than it has been in the past few for Texas. I'm not, and like I said, I give all the credit to Oklahoma. I don't think people are giving them enough credit. I just don't think Oklahoma is giving Texas enough credit. And I'm not knocking it. I don't think you're giving Texas enough credit.
No, I'm not giving Texas enough credit at all. Like I say, I don't believe. Maybe I should, but like I said in the green room, if Texas wins this game tomorrow, I will begin to get it. I will begin to believe, but I have to see it.
I get it. I get it. I saw it last year, so I saw a little bit of what I thought to be, and they showed it to me. And now I think this year they just put it all on the table. But like I said to you in the green room, 24 points is the most points they've allowed in 5 games. Now it's to Alabama. 24 points to Alabama. Like, granted, it's not Alabama's year this year. Somebody say, oh, it's still early. It's not Alabama's year this year. Okay. You can clip that in 6 weeks. It'll still be the same freaking thing. It's not Alabama's year this year. But Kansas is supposed to be a team. Dog. Right? I get it. It was Bean and not Daniels. But
Yeah.
Bean's no slump. He knows how to play in that offense. Every game he's filled in for Daniels, he's balled. They scored 14 points against him. Like, Texas isn't the thing I'm noticing about Texas, they're not playing down to competition this year.
And that's important.
They're playing Texas Longhorns ball. And that's huge.
Yeah, because we certainly see them have some questionable games last season. You alluded to it a little bit earlier, but let's go into it with greater detail. Who are the players to watch both offensively and defensively for both teams?
Well, like I said, for Oklahoma, it's Gabriel and Stutzman, right? Like, those guys are the main guys. But on defense, for me, what I like is the fact that I was big on him because I thought he was going to Oregon. And me and Boomer went back and forth for like 12 hours because that's about as far as he was committed to my team for before he, transferred over and decommitted for Oregon. I went to Oklahoma. That's Peyton Bowen, the freshman. He leads that secondary with most pass pickups, 5 already. He's a true freshman, and the kid's dominating. Right, he's got 100. I think he's played in like 170 plus snaps. He's got a 78.6 PFF grade as a freshman. So for me, that's the kid I'm trying to watch in this game because you got speed out there, right? What A.D. Mitchell has brought to the Longhorns offense is absolutely astronomical. And I think Bowen's going to have to spy a lot on either A.D. or he's going to have to stay down in the box on Sanders. It's just too many weapons. Those guys aren't going to be one guy to cover him. So those are guys that, like, offensively, this is a big game. Marvin Mims always showed up in the big games.
He did.
Always. If Farouk wants to be this version of Marvin Mims, he needs to show up big in this game. I need to see Farouk give me that 20, 25 yards per catch, those big play capability. I know Nick Anderson's been the guy with the 5 tutties. I need Farouk to take over in this wide receiver room in this game. You're the seasoned veteran, bro. You're the guy that Dylan Gabriel's going to when when he needs to. Show up. Show out.
I love it. So let's go ahead and get to the keys to victory for the Texas Longhorns. I know you got the perfect recipe for them to win this game. And now that I think about it, I think the last 4 or 5 episodes we've done of this, your keys to victory have been perfect. Not only for the team that won, but also the teams that lost didn't execute your plan. So, Coach Nino, go ahead and put the headset on. Let us know what the Longhorns need to do in order to win this game.
Like I stick to the script. If it's not broke, don't fix it. The Longhorns got to play the same ball that they've been playing this whole time. Run the ball, pound the rock, let Quinn get comfortable, let that line get comfortable, pushing, throwing their body weight around, throwing people around, winning the trenches. And then you want to air the ball out. When you got that defense on their heels, not knowing which way you're going, right? Are you going to counter? Are you going to go outside? Are you going to run the ball, through the gap? Or are you going to go play action, hit A.D. Mitchell for 40 yards? And then when that defense runs, they're going to sit up online. Are you going to pound it down their throat with Brooks? That's what you need to keep doing. You need to keep the defensive guessing by your somewhat up-tempo offense compared to where you've been in the last couple of years. And the fact that you have a well-balanced team because everybody thought your team was going to suck without Bijan. You weren't going to have any run game. And I'm not saying that Jonathan Brooks is Bijan, but he's running like Bijan right now. 6+ yards per catches, 6+ yards per carry, right? Well, what did he have last week? 230+ yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, the kid's killing it. Like I said, he's not Bijan, but he's doing his best impersonation of him. Let that man eat. Let that man cook. Quinn's been nails. Oh, yeah. You can't knock him. And what's happened? Last year was pretty much his freshman year. Now he's comfortable. He's made the mistakes. He's not letting it. And if he does make a mistake, he's not letting that affect the outcome of the game. He just.
Short-term memory.
Yeah, that's it, bro. It's gone. Flash. Get hitting him with the men in black. Whoop, gone. Next play. Keep your same energy. Keep that out there. And shock. Put it on the table. Put it on the table like you've been all year. As soon as Sankey made that comment, you were hyped. You put it on the table for everybody to see. Keep putting it on the table. Don't take your foot off the gas.
I love it. So, flip side, what are the keys to victory for the Sooners? How can the Sooners win this game,
I think for the Sooners to win this game, it's got to be on the defensive side of the ball. Okay? They need to put pressure on Quinn. because I like Quinn the way he's playing, and he's been good under pressure. But I think the Sooners can bring that. I'm gonna collapse the pocket pressure real fast.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna scheme it out where you're gonna roll to one side, and there's gonna be a man coming at you, corner blitz, safety blitz, late. That's gonna be untouched in your grill. Can you sit in that pocket and deliver that big throw to A.D. Mitchell or Sanders down the seam, down the sideline to get that 3rd and 5 when you need this one in the game to blow it open or take a lead? Uh, you got to make Quinn nervous. He's been good like I said, he's been nails all year. They got to bring the house. Stutzman has to play a humongous role. And I really like Peyton Bowen in this one because, like I said, someone in that secondary's got to spy. Someone's got to play that role to keep Quinn away from them deep bombs. If Bowen can do that, it'll be a long day. If he can't keep up with the speed, watch out. And then Gabriel's got to be Dylan Gabriel right now. We can't see the end of UCF, beginning of Oklahoma days. I said when he came over from UCF to you, and you kind of got a little, whoa, he got to put on the big boy pants to me. And last year he didn't pull the pants all the way up. He was still letting it sag. I mean, the sag's been played out for a while. Now we got the belt tightened up. It might be a Gucci belt, might be a Louis, but it's tight. I need him to keep putting the big boy pants on. I need him to put everything on. He needs to have the game of his life in this one. This is the one that's going to put Dylan Gabriel in the conversation for NFL QB, or this is the one that's going to say it's the same Dylan Gabriel we've always seen, just not enough.
I would have to agree with you. He is going to have to put them big boy pants on. I think last season we seen a culmination of a couple of things. The first thing we seen is one, rust from the injury that he had the prior year. Two, I just don't think Oklahoma ever got comfortable. But we don't make excuses on this show. No more victories. That's how we go. So I want to see Dylan Gabriel, the precision Dylan Gabriel is. I want to see that accuracy that Dylan Gabriel has, the ability to fit balls into tight windows. I think he'll be able to do that. But more importantly, that offensive line, and Boomer will tell you, that's always been one of Oklahoma's calling card. They're going to have to protect him tomorrow. They're going to have to protect him. If not, it's 88 and out the gate. Over with. Quickly, because he's going to get... He's frail, man. He's real frail. I hate to say it that way. I've been a big fan of Dylan Gabriel. I remember the year before, the last year he got hurt there, 32 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah, I get it. At UCF, yes. So, but health is a concern. And like I said, and I know people say, oh, you can't live in the past. I'm the same dude. I'm the same way. You can't live in the past. It's all about the present. 49 points. Not Joey Burrow. Not Mike Vick. Not Adrian Peterson, not Lawrence Taylor, not Joey Montana. Nobody, not even Tom Brady the GOAT, accounts for 49 points on their own. I'm sorry.
That's a fact. It's 100% fact, and hopefully that game still is fresh in memory. So the Sooners are 5.5 dogs. I didn't know how our friends out west, to be honest with you, would play this because of how great Texas has been this year, but 5.5 maybe seems about right with the over-under being 61. Nino, you know what time it is, who will win, and why, and then also give me your spread prediction on this as well.
I'm gonna go with Texas wins because I don't fall off my script.
No.
To the script.
Mm-hmm.
Texas covers the spread, and it's going over. This is the last Red River Rivalry. They might put up 80. In this one.
You remember the fireworks from a couple years ago, the Caleb Williams game?
Yeah. What was that, 70? It had to be close, right?
Yeah, I think it was over 70. And guess what? Our friends out west had the over-under for that game 80, and they covered. Yes.
Yeah. 61 seems low in my eyes.
It does.
I know the defense, they have stellar defenses, and granted, it could be a 21-17 game, but I don't think so. I think they're going to put a show on for this one. I think this is, the bowl games are the bowl games, and the playoffs This one means a lot, especially because it's got tradition, and it's going to be the last one. Give me Texas covering, and give me the over.
Wow. I like it. Texas covering, Texas on the over. I wonder, will Brent Yormark be there, or he'll just say the hell with it?
He's supposed to be in house, but
he's going. I'm surprised because we know how he feels. We know 100% how he feels.
Texas Tech comment right earlier in the year.
Yeah. How that sound? How that's looking now? I'm going to take the Sooners, because like you said, you stick to your guns. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna still stick to my college football playoff. Somehow Alabama and Georgia got to get in. I don't know why I picked it, but I picked it. Really, real comfortable about Michigan and Florida State though. But yeah, I got the Sooners winning this one. Dylan Gabriel is going to have his Roy Jones Jr. Y'all must have forgot moment. And then, like you said, NFL teams will be looking at him. Again, Nino, it's been a pleasure as always. Tell everybody where they can find you at, man. You've been working on a lot of new stuff. You know, I think some people don't know that you've been working on some new stuff. So you want to talk to them about FFB Nation and then the new show that you joined as well?
Yeah, I was asked to hop on Dynasty Degens with my guy, Fantasy Nerd Boy. He's a dude, another Boston guy. So I'm with them. I believe we're doing a show with my guy Kevin, the boys 22 over there from the Death Royale and the football guy. So we'll be doing that this upcoming week.
That's dope.
FFB Nation, CFB Nation. The quote, Prime. I ain't hard to find, man.
You already know what it is, man. For the mayor of college football, Dino Brown, I am the governor of college football. Y'all have a blessed one.
Horns up.